Dumelang thobela sanibonani molweni bhotani absheng lochani ninjani izidwasha nezidwashakazi zikaNonkwenkwezi. Welcome once again on my channel. Thank you for the best present ever to begin the year with. I did have a live early on this morning where I was celebrating with my subscribers having reached a milestone of 10,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Today's video, I want us to talk about, in fact, I've been requested a number of times, so today I felt like let me just, pay attention to this request. The request is for me to talk about the best times zokuphahla, the best times zokuthandaza, okanye the best times to communicate or connect, make a connection with your ancestors, with your spiritual guides, with your ancestral gang, with the underground gang, whatever you want to call them. Abantu abadala, izinyanya, izihlwele, amadlozi, njalo njalo. So we're talking about the best times of communication, or establishing communication, or engaging with them, or linking with them. And I know I do have a video where in the past I talk about 3 a.m. as being a time that is prone to most people who have a calling, and sometimes even people who don't have a calling are prone to waking up at 3 a.m. Now we are talking about the best times of okuphahla. Okuphahla, like I was saying, is basically your time of prayer. And when I say prayer, I'm not limiting prayer as in prayer to God or the Christian God, I'm not talking to Christians here, I'm talking to everyone in general. Prayer is us communicating to our spiritual guides, to our ancestral spirits, our next of kin who have since passed on. When we talk to them, consider that as prayer, because you go to them, it's either you are asking for something or you are thanking them, for something. Now, the best times. My understanding is that we need to be cognizant of the fact that the people we are trying to connect with, lived a life way before us. And ancestors or spiritual guides are not necessarily people that passed on, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Not your aunt, not only your aunt or only umakhulu, ugogo, utamkhulu, umkhulu. Sometimes your spiritual guide can be someone that goes way back. You understand, like a century ago or even 2 centuries ago. They may just as well be your spiritual guide. When you are focused on umakhulu that raised you, kanti akasiso nesithunywa sakho. Your spiritual guide basically ngesintu sithi isithunywa sakho. Isithunywa is not necessarily an angel or it's got nothing to do most of the times with icawa or isonto or Christianity. It's a fallacy ukuthi isithunywa umoya ohamba nesonto. No, isithunywa is your special spiritual guide that is focused only on you. Each person has their appointed spiritual guide. Isithunywa sakho leso. When abantu bakini befuna ukukhuluma nawe, they do that like a messenger. You understand? They do that via your messenger, via your spiritual guide, via isithunywa sakho. They send that person to come help you when they see you are going to be stuck. You understand? They send your messenger, they send your isithunywa, they send your spiritual, whatever you want to call him or her. So the best time to talk to your messenger or messengers, can be more than one for that matter, is for us to remember that they have lived a life before us, and let us be mindful of the fact that life was not always the way it is today. So this the idea of talking to your ancestors as if you are talking to your parents who passed on yesterday is wrong, because sometimes your messenger is someone that lived before there was even electricity. Before there were lights on. You understand? They may have lived a life of ukukhaphela igusha, ukukhaphela ibhokhwe. You understand? Ukukhupha impahla ebuhlanti. You get me? So it is important that we understand i-routine yabantu abadala during their lifetime. Us waking up at 7 a.m. nowadays, you understand, that is not the time yabantu abadala. That is not how it used to be back in the day. And it is not going to change just because you are slaying or you have a blesser that pays for your bills, so you don't have to wake up and hustle for yourself. You understand? Whilst other children wake up at 5 a.m. or 7 or 8 or 9, because everything is taken care of. It was never like that for isithunywa sakho. They would have to wake up, bahambe bayohlakula emasimini, bayotyala okanye bayolima okanye bayovuna. Uyayiva ke ngoku? They would have had to wake up, bayokhupha ibhokhwe ebuhlanti okanye bayosenga inkomo ukuze tyiwe apha ekhaya. Uyayiva? Those days kwakungena sugar daddy. Uyeva? Apho kuthiwa hayi uzasiphathela igrocery utata ubani bani. No. Everyone was supposed, like everyone worked hard, you understand, for their survival back in the day. So the times, like, let us check routine, normal routine, you understand, or like common routine, you understand, for most of our ancestors in general. Now I would say around 3 a.m. that is the time they wake up. That is why you have the edge. Your body clock will urge you to wake up at 3 a.m. That is not you. It is the messenger, you understand, that walks with you. That is actually waking you up at that time, because that is the time they would normally wake up, born. That is the time they would normally rise up. You understand? But waking up and starting work is like, those are two different things. You wake up, you are aware, it's okay, I've woken up. You take some time stretching yourself, thinking about the dreams you had overnight, or planning your day. You get me? By 4 o'clock, usually, Minage is a person that grew up in the villages. Well, not grew up. I was born in the villages. Even though I grew up in Durban, but I would come home for holidays. So I know, I have seen, we understand, ukuthi emasimini bekuhanjwa ngentatha kusa. Kukhutshwa inkomo ebuhlanti ekuseni, because by 4 o'clock sekumhlophe phandle, kuqalisa ukuba mhlophe. Kulapho ubusuku buhlukana nemini khona. Kuqala akaphuma ilanga. Remember, ilanga can be like scorching hot. So we are not trying to go out and get ourselves we understand, scorched by the sun. We want to get there before the sun is up, or before the sun is high in the sky, you understand, so that we are protected from the heat of the sun. So by 4 o'clock, that is the time abantu abadala were preparing to go to the fields. So between 4 and 5, that is the best time to try and get their attention, to talk to them, because routine-wise, that was their time. Like they are woke during the time. They are awake during the time. So that is why spirit is woke between 4 and 5 a.m. Further than that, it might be too late. Am I making sense? And I remember, I think I've seen or proven this once before, or like a few times. I remember when I was having imfukamo yam kulo mama wam, right in front of the crawl, ndifukanyisiwe ndivalelwe ethontweni. On the day ndivalelwa ngayo, like, bees came, we understand, like as soon as I was put in, about 10 minutes later I could hear a sound of bees, we understand, and apparently they landed on my boma, ebhomeni lam, and everyone was worried ukuthi they would probably, try and come into the boma. So everyone was like worried, you understand, on my behalf. I could hear people talking outside. Now, like, I could only hear the sound of the bees, you understand? But I never witnessed a single bee coming into the bomber. So they were there the whole day until the following day. And then my mom, the following day, on the second day, my mother, because this is her home. Remember, I said to you, mina eyami imfukamo ndiyenze apha ekhaya kulo tata, and then ithongo laphindela ndithuma phi kulo mama uba mandiyoyenza na kulo mama. So on the second day ke ngoku ndikulo mama, this is her home, and she is the eldest. Actually, there's two of them surviving, but she's the eldest. So she's the one that went to the crawl wayeplant. It was 4 in the morning. She went to a plant wayothetha nabantu abadala. I could hear her because ibhomo lakhiwa right in front of isango lo plant, you get me. So I could hear her like pleading and talking to them, you understand, to please ukubone, to please go, because she's worried that maybe inside there I'm scared, you understand. I'm saying we will pay attention to whatever message it is they're trying to send, but for now may they just please, you understand, allow me, to go through with this process without them scaring me. And I had, after, I didn't even know what time it was because you don't have a watch in there. So I heard it was 4 a.m. in the morning. Guess what? As soon as she finished talking, I'm sure she walked into the house. I could hear the sound of the bees actually leaving. They left my boma, they left Itondo, and I could hear Uti, they didn't go far. Uti, where they went, I could not tell because I was inside. And then when people woke up, they saw, which, okay, the bees had moved from Ibomo to a tree in the yard still. You get me? So it means they got the message. They listened and got the message. We understand? And since then, I respected and I wanted to understand. I asked her, why did you go at 4? You understand? And then she was like, no, that's how it used to be done by her parents. You understand? Even her in-laws, when you want to ask for something, you understand, you go to abantu abadala at 4 in the morning. Not earlier, because 3 a.m. I don't know if abeko, but I think they are not awake spiritually, you understand. So 4 a.m., between 4 and 5 is the best time. There's 12 a.m. that most of us believe, which is true, it is, because it's daybreak, you understand. It's a break between day and night, you understand. That is the best time to actually, if you are asking for something, if you are pleading for something, or you are reporting, actually no, asking and pleading for something is 4 a.m. like I was saying. But if you have how do I put it? If you want to claim something, if you want to ukumangalela, kukumuntu ofuna ukumangalela, ufuna ukufaka ityala, you understand? You want to report someone that is bothering you, you understand, or something that is bothering you, and you are asking for them, you understand, to act on your behalf, because this is beyond you. 12 o'clock is the best time. If you are saying to them, You know what? I've tried my best, but my brother is actually now I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. Mhlawumbe uyakuloya or ukuphethe kakubi nje, you understand. Sometimes we don't have to fight ngomthi, just report that person kubantu abadala and ask them to take care of him on your behalf, you understand. Cela impendulo. The best time to do that is 12 a.m. Umuntu okuloyayo, the best time to report them 12 a.m. That is the best time. Then there's 9 a.m. Ne? 9 a.m. is the best time to actually now, because we are not in control of our lives. You don't know, you don't know which day will be your last day on earth. So we are here on borrowed time. So every day you have to like ask or thank abantu abadala for being there for you. You ask them to be there for you and protect you. You understand? On your day ahead. You understand? 9 o'clock is the best time. And again, I like, I'm a person that likes asking. So I talk to amaxhego amadala and be like, why nisiye ebuhlanti ngo-9? I was told ukuthi remember ngo-9 lela xesha lokukhupha impahla ebuhlanti. Impahla like ibhokhwe, if you don't know, you don't khupha impahla kusekho umbethe. You understand? When there's still morning dews, it's still wet, you do not, because ibhokhwe zakho zizaba nentoni kuthiwa yintoni ichwane. Ever don't know ichwane in English, but when you get like when you walk barefoot in the morning and then you get your skin gets cut, you understand, in between the nails, I mean the fingers, your toes, sorry, I don't know what you call that, ichwane. That's what goats go through as well. Hence we don't release them from the crawl before 9 a.m. We have to make sure ukuthi umbethe awusekho, you get me. So the time, like I used to ask myself, why is ivalelwe zisavalelwe kodwa ilanga liphumile kudala kusile? That is the reason, and for ages it's been that way. Ithi ke ngoku into the best time ukuyothetha nabantu abadala kulela xesha lokukhupha impahla, to ask them to protect you and take care of you during the day. You understand? If you are going to attend a meeting where you are praying for a fruitful outcome, an outcome that favors you, all of that, that's the best time. And sometimes you are not in a space where you can actually just go down and kneel and light candles and light pepper or whatever. Not all the times you are in a position to do that. Sometimes you are on your desk already, or sometimes you are holding a meeting, you are chairing a meeting, and the time is 9 o'clock. That is the best time to be aware and communicate internally that I depend on you. I depend on your support. Sometimes you are driving, tell ithonga lakho to take care of you, to be there for you throughout the day. Another time is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is, again, kuqala ubusuku kuphela imini. You are now thanking them for having taken care of you. By the time you get home, everyone feels protected when they are home. You understand? You are away from possibility of a car accident. You are away from, possibility of a stray bullet. You understand? You are home. You feel protected. Best time to thank ithonga lakho for having taken care of you during the day. I don't want this to be too long, so if you have questions, if you want us to discuss this any further, you will let me know. Otherwise, that's it from me for now. Continue subscribing, liking, and sharing the videos. Thank you very much. What was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to say to you guys, on the live video that I had, I asked ukuthi, what is the best way you think would be, proper and wow for us to celebrate you supporting me to get to the 10,000 milestone. And the majority of you suggested that I can host a lunch or an excursion. So I decided on an excursion so that we have enough time. So I'm gonna be putting up a poster where I will tell you where the excursion will take. Oh, my English today will take place. It will be a 1 day outing, but we'll sleep over for a day at own cost, obviously. I may pay for a few things, but accommodation will be at own cost. Oh, Nkosi yami. Such that we have a time between me and you, whoever will be attending. We can, I don't know. We'll I think we'll decide on an itinerary, but part of it would be in Tlombe. We'll probably, have a drumming session maybe in the night. Maybe our dinner could be a bride that I will take care, pay the cost for. And a few readings maybe. I may have or invite other healers as well, that can help with Ama readings. Just a light evening basically, and then maybe the following day in the morning we have breakfast and we can just go for a walk. I'm thinking Hawksback, which is right behind my village. It's about 10 km from my village. There's a lot of waterfalls there. There's a lot of plants there. I can, identify a few plants for you. Amayeza, basically, all of that, man. You understand? I'm sure it would be nice. It would be nice. I'm just thinking in my head, but where I'm sitting right now, I am thinking it's a done deal. Will be coming back to you with a date, and we will decide who and how we pick who will be coming. That's it for now. Thank you very much. Bye.